I'm 62 years old and have been married to Mike for nearly 40 years. I thought I knew what love, loyalty, and life meant: steady, predictable, and safe. I never chased excitement or drama, but sometimes life surprises you when you least expect it, and suddenly everything you believe starts to feel uncertain. It began on a cloudy Tuesday afternoon. I had just finished helping set up a retirement lunch at Mike's office. He'd asked me to pitch in since they were short-staffed, and I liked being useful. The office buzzed with that mix of celebration and quiet sadness: balloons, fruit platters, cheap sparkling cider, polite small talk. Mike was caught in conversation with the guest of honor, so I slipped out to wait in the car. That's when Nathan, one of Mike's younger co-workers, offered me a ride. Nathan was in his mid-40s, tall, dark-haired, a little rumpled but somehow effortlessly charming, polite and quick with a joke but never overstepping. I hesitated but accepted when he mentioned rain was coming. His car smelled of peppermint and leather, clean but lived in. As we drove in silence, he said, "You helped a lot in there, everyone noticed." "Just trying to be useful," I said, staring out at the darkening sky. Nathan smiled softly. "That's what people like you do, always holding things together behind the scenes." His words caught me off guard. No one had put it that way before. I laughed nervously. "Sometimes I feel invisible after 50. "You're not invisible, Nora," he said, using my name like a lifeline. When we neared my house, instead of dropping me at the gate, he turned into my driveway and parked. The rain was now falling steadily. I reached for the door, but he asked quietly, "Can I ask you something you can say no?" I paused, then nodded. "Are you happy?" he asked, eyes sincere, not judgmental. But I blinked, feeling warmth and guilt at once. "That's complicated." "Maybe it's supposed to be," he said. We sat in silence, the rain tapping softly on the roof. When I finally stepped out, soaked but strangely awake, Nathan stayed in the car, watching. That night, lying beside Mike, listening to his familiar breathing, I felt a strange distance between us, like an old clock ticking in a quiet house, familiar but somehow cold. The next day, Nathan messaged me. "I hope I didn't cross a line yesterday." I hesitated, then replied, "No, you didn't, just caught me off guard." He wrote back, "I've been thinking about you, the way you looked away." I sent a simple reply, "You're not wrong. I've been invisible for a long time." Nathan suggested coffee, just talking. I wasn't sure at first, but I agreed. At a small cafe with wooden floors and soft jazz, we talked about books, life, our pasts. He shared stories about his parents' divorce and how he learned to notice when women get quiet in their own homes. I told him about my kids, missing their childhood, and about Mike, how love could feel like a silent room. Our hands brushed briefly, a small spark between us. I told him I wasn't looking for anything reckless. Neither was he. Driving home, I found myself smiling, not from what had happened but from the possibility of something new. Days passed. Mike stayed the same, distant but kind, but Nathan lingered in my thoughts, in every quiet moment, in every breath of wind on my morning walks. We met again by a lake, walking silently among the trees. Nathan asked if I ever wondered how life would be if I'd made different choices. I whispered, "I don't want to betray anyone." "You haven't," he said softly, "not yet." That day, with the sun setting behind us, he told me why he noticed me: because I carried silence like it was earned, because I laughed with my eyes before my mouth, because I looked like I was holding the world together with a tired smile. We didn't kiss. We didn't need to. Something unspoken passed between us, an awakening. Later, I found Mike in the backyard grilling burgers like old times. When he asked if I was okay, I told him the truth. I wasn't sure, but I wanted to know. It wasn't closure or a new beginning, just a moment of honesty. And sometimes moments are enough to remind us we're still alive, still capable of feeling, choosing, and changing even after all these years.